You've worked really hard to turn your house into your home, and chances are it's your most valuable asset. But how do you determine its actual value? Checking your home's value isn't as easy as quickly checking a random stock price, right? It takes a little bit more time, knowledge, and finesse. Your home makes up a large chunk of your net worth, not to mention it's a really big deal. You know, I've heard that half of Americans actually cry when selling their home. And those may be tears of joy, tears of sadness, or frankly, tears of stress. And you know, I get it, because your home is probably one of the most valuable things that you own. So it makes sense that you want to know, first of all, what it's worth, second of all, maximize how much you get when you sell it. Hi guys, my name is Josh Finigan, team leader with the Finigan Group powered by eXp Realty, and today we're going to lay out a roadmap for you to help you determine your home's value. Today we'll dive into the different types of home value, the different factors that affects your home's value, and different market conditions you want to pay attention to as well. We'll also discuss the online home value estimators and much, much more, so stay tuned. First off, there's a few different types of values that we can look at. You have the fair market value, you have the appraised value of your property, and the as-is value, or the value an investor would give you for your property. Fair market value is what your home would sell for on the open market, giving every buyer a potential to bid on your home so you can find the buyer willing to pay you the most amount of money. But in layman's terms, the fair market value is what the buyer and seller agree the home is worth and agree to sell the home for. And having a professional realtor perform a comparative market analysis and an absorption rate statistical analysis is the best way to really determine your fair market value for your home. Your appraised value is how much your mortgage lender determines your home's value to be at, and they use a licensed appraiser to come up with this number. The appraiser will actually take a look at your home, take into account the square feet, bedrooms, bathrooms, the location, the updates you have compared to other properties in the area. They put this in an analysis and put it in an appraisal report to help lenders determine your home's value. You'll usually run into this if you're selling your home in the open market and the buyer that's buying your home is financing the property. The lender wants an appraiser to give their opinion on the value to make sure they're not lending $1 million on a home that's worth $200,000. Or you'll find this when you are refinancing the property. A lot of the times the lender will hire an appraiser to go appraise the value to get a true estimate of your home's equity. You also have your as-is value, or the value you'd sell it to an investor, right? These homes usually need a little bit more work and the homeowner doesn't want to do the work. It may not be quite move-in ready now, so you just kind of want to sell it and be done with the property. A lot of times you're not going to get the most amount of money for the home, but you may be able to avoid some costly repairs that you may need to do to get that fair market value. So now that we know the three different types of home values, we'll go through the 4 steps that you need to take so you know your home's value. Step number 1, you want to make sure you learn the facts about your home in particular and also the facts about your local housing market. Believe it or not, your home's value is not based on what you purchased it for or how great you think your home is. In a nutshell, your home's value is basically what buyers are willing to pay you for it. So it may be worth a lot more than what you paid for it, or it may be worth a little bit less. And it really comes down to the condition of your home, the features of your home, and the overall market conditions. Here are some of the main factors you'll want to consider when you're really trying to determine your home's value. One of the biggest factors is location, right? Location, location, location. We all know it, everybody says it. So is your home located in a good part of town? Is it close to a lot of shops, restaurants, dining? Is your home walkable, right? Can you walk to certain places from your home? Are you on the water? Are you golf front? Is there a certain type of aspect of your location that adds a lot of value? Do you have good school systems? Are you in a safe neighborhood? Maybe a neighborhood with sidewalks? A lot of that will come into effect. You also have the curb appeal. Does it really have that wow factor when buyers pull up? You want to pay attention to your home square feet. How big is it compared to some of the other recent sales in the area? And also, what's the layout? Is it an open layout? Is it a little bit more congested and closed off? That'll go into the effect of value on your home. And while we're talking about size and layout, one thing I want to mention is the amount of stories your home has. Now, the most expensive thing on any home is the foundation and the roof, so it's cheaper to build up than it is to build out. What that means is when you're comparing your home's value and your home is a 2-story home that has 2,500 square foot to a home that's sold in the neighborhood that has 2,500 square feet, but it's a 1-story home, that home is just frankly more expensive to build. So you want to make sure that you compare your home to other two-story homes that have sold. It will give you a better depiction on your home's value. And you also want to pay attention to your home's upgrades compared to the other homes that have sold, right? Do you have granite countertops, quartz countertops? Do you have nice hardwood floors throughout? Is your home freshly painted? A lot of things like that will really play into your home's value. And there's frankly a ton of different factors that go into your home's actual value, and buyers weigh them all differently. It's a little more of an art than a science. So now let's discuss some of the factors about the market itself that will affect your home's value that buyers like to consider. And sadly guys, some of these are just outside your control. Number one is mortgage rates. Now, a mortgage is a huge financial decision, and a higher rate means higher monthly payments, and buyers don't buy for price point, they buy for payment. So if you see higher mortgage rates, that could actually discourage a lot of buyers from purchasing properties. You also want to consider the time of year. There's definitely a lot of seasonal trends at play when you look at the real estate market. Statistically, most homes go under contract March, April, and May, so you're going to see a lot more activity then. Now, if you get towards the end of the year when school's already in session, maybe November, December, you're going to see fewer buyers in the market at that time, so that's something you want to make sure you consider. You also want to consider supply versus demand. If you're looking on the market and you see that there's a lot of homes currently sitting on the market, that means you got a lot of competition and you want to consider that. Now, if you don't see many homes for sale and homes that are for sale sell quickly, that probably means there's a lot of buyers out there and there's not much to choose from, which has pretty much been the market that we've been in for the past few years, right? Which means you can be very competitive with your price and really push the envelope to get top dollar. So a really good way to judge supply versus demand in your market is really take a look at that absorption rate statistical analysis that judges the amount of months inventory currently in your area. And months inventory pretty much helps you understand how many homes are currently for sale versus how many buyers you see per month coming along. And finally, you want to take a look at some of the recent homes that have sold either in your neighborhood or right in your area. And again, you want to make sure location is key. There can be differences from neighborhood to neighborhood and differences when you get a couple miles away from your property. But you take a look at the homes that have recently sold, it gives you a good idea about what buyers have proven they're willing to pay for homes in the past, and you can compare those homes to your house to help you determine how you fit with them. And I know there's a lot of things to take into account when you're trying to determine your home's value, but a quick online search going to some of the national websites out there can help you find some recent solds near you, and reaching out to a trusted realtor is a great way to streamline the process and really help you determine your home's value. Step number 2 is get a free online home value estimate or get an AVM, which means automated value model. So if you put your address in Google, a lot of different websites will pop up. You have Zillow, you have Redfin, and you can go on those websites and it'll give you a lot of facts about your home, the square feet, beds, baths, what you bought it for, what the previous owner bought it for. All that data is public record. So it'll also give you a rough estimate of your home's value. Now, a lot of times that value is pretty inaccurate. And if you have any questions about the Zillow Zestimate and how accurate it actually is, we shot a video diving deep into that very question. You can check it out right here. So there are a lot of AVMs out there and not all of them are created equal. So there are some that are a lot more accurate than others. So if you do want to make sure you follow your home's value like a pro, we actually have a very accurate AVM model that we offer to all of our clients, friends, and neighbors. Our tool is completely free. It's just a service to help you stay up to date on your home's value. It gives you monthly reports and it's actually powered by CoreLogic, so you know it has the most up-to-date information available. It pulls tons of different data and resources like market conditions and recent sales in your area to give you an automated value so you can track it month to month. So it can also keep you up to date on your home's equity position based on the estimated price. It's a great way to really stay in touch with how much money you're sitting on in your home and also track your net worth. It also helps you keep an eye on your current mortgage balance as well. And by having these two different pieces of information, it helps you determine on how you can best utilize your equity. And there's a lot that you can actually do to utilize your equity to build wealth. And if you have any questions or want to know more about that, I shot a video diving deep into that with my buddy and lender, Adam Kelly. Put the link right here. The next way we help you follow your home's value like a pro is we set you up on a neighborhood market update that keeps you informed on everything going around your particular neighborhood. And I've invested thousands of dollars in my website to make this as easy as possible for you, where you can actually go into the system, see recent homes sold, see what the homes that are currently on the market in your area to really kind of help you justify exactly where you are in the market. And this will help you know what's happening day to day in your market, and you can actually see it in real time. And to keep you in the know about what's going on in the local economy, the local market, and the overall housing trends, we actually have a monthly newsletter that we dive deep into what's the Federal Reserve doing with interest rates, what's our supply versus demand, what's the average sales price we've seen here in the Charlotte area month over month, so you know everything that can affect your home's value. And if you want to make sure you can stay up to date and track your home's value like a pro, all you have to do is scan this QR code here and sign up. It's completely free. We'll keep you in the know every step of the way. Now, our AVM and neighborhood market report are very accurate and some of the best in the industry, but they're not 100% accurate. It's just the nature of the AVM, the automated value tools. It gives you a really good ballpark of your home's value and helps you track your home's value month over month as things change in our overall economy. Step number 3 is you want to make sure you compare your homes to the other homes in the neighborhood. What are some recent sales? What homes are currently on the market that would be your competition? Are they sitting for a long time on the market? Are they selling quickly? Those are things that'll kind of help you determine how you fit in the market. And this is all really great data and information that you can give to your realtor when you meet with your realtor and discuss your home selling goals and what's the optimal price that you want to put your home on the market for. Step number 4, and really the most accurate way to determine your home's value, is to reach out to a professional realtor you trust in your local market. Realtors have access to better databases and can look at your home's nitty-gritty details and compare it to the most accurate recent sales and current listings, and frankly, no algorithm can do that. A good realtor will come personally out and take a look at your home, take into account the landscaping, the condition of your home, the layout, and the upgrades that you have spent time and money putting into your property as well. And they'll also take a look at the local market conditions to really help you determine the best price range so you can maximize your profit. Because one thing you definitely do not want to do is you don't want to overprice your home, and you definitely don't want to underprice your home either. There's definitely a sweet spot that'll help you maximize your value without putting you in a bad position to lose money. And remember, the true value of your home is not based on a formula. It's based on what a buyer's willing to pay for your home. There's a lot of factors to consider when you're trying to determine the best price point, and these 4 steps will be your roadmap and your guide to help you find the optimal price point to make sure your home sells as quickly as possible for as much money as possible while making the process easy as well. So if you guys are considering buying, selling, or investing in real estate here in the greater Charlotte area, myself and my team would love to be your real estate resource of choice. So feel free to give us a call, text us, email us. I'd love to sit down with you, discuss your home's true value, and create that game plan that helps you and your family achieve your goals. And if you are curious on what your home's worth, but really want an in-depth analysis, please feel free to reach out to us. I'd love to come take a look at your home and help you determine that exact price point. It's the most accurate way to help you know what your home's actually worth on today's open market. And if you know anybody that would gain a lot of value from this video, maybe a friend, coworker, family member, please feel free to share it with them so you can help them make sure they're on the right path to determining their home's value. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, click that like button. Shows me that you care. And if you want to make sure you don't miss any of our upcoming videos that we're shooting weekly on the housing market, things going on here in the greater Charlotte area, then you want to make sure you click that subscribe button, turn notifications on. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next video.